Hey y'all, we're here the last day of 2017 and we really wanted to make this video to thank you and just talk to you for a few minutes about Heritage Ways and your part in it, and honestly just to thank you because we're so humbled by everything the Lord has done for us this year. We've got Little Music Man here with us and Mr. Patient, and he's probably not going to do a lot of talking because he's developed some Bell's palsy over the Christmas week, so he's working through that, and that should diminish within a couple of weeks, they say.
Merry Christmas to me.
Yeah, so he's
Merry Christmas, New Year.
Yeah, so he's dealing with that. This is the first time for that. So I just want to explain why I'm probably going to do more of the talking. I want to talk to you a little bit about the birth of Heritage Ways. This is really the inaugural year, if you will, for Heritage Ways. And, you know, we are on YouTube now and Instagram. We're on Twitter and we have a page on Facebook, and we're on Pinterest. Before there was Heritage Ways, there was my Instagram account called Homekeeping Book. And the reason for that name was because I am writing, slowly but surely, a homekeeping book, really a cookbook full of memories surrounded by around the recipes for our children as a heritage item, as an heirloom, as my legacy to pass down to future generations. So I named my public Instagram account Homekeeping Book. And I used it to post different things surrounding the home and home life and family. A year ago yesterday, my mother passed away. And I personally feel like the fact that she lived and the fact that she passed really gave birth to Heritage Ways. And I'd like to explain for just a minute, if I can do that without getting emotional. But my mother laid the foundation for everything you see on our social media accounts, meaning she instilled in me the love of home and family and homekeeping. But it's when she passed that made me realize what Heritage Ways needed to be about. It wasn't Heritage Ways at the time, it was Homekeeping Book. But January 1st of 2017, we found ourselves around the table at the funeral home planning her funeral. And it was the days after that that really were eye-opening to me to see the impact she had. I don't want to cry. I don't want to do that's ridiculous. I want to tell something.
Being real. You're being real.
The impact she had surrounding relationships. I mean, there were all of her Amish friends and neighbors there. They fed us. They took care of us. They rented their vans to come to visitation. They were at our daddy's home. So many friends. We had 40-something friends to travel over 500 miles from Tennessee to Ohio. Some of those folks drove 8 or 9 hours, went to the funeral or the visitation or whatever, and then drove straight back home. So, honestly, that whole experience kind of woke me up to the fact that relationships are what matter. And so that was a good thing that came out of my mother's passing. So you see why I say that her living and her passing is what I think gave birth to Heritage Ways. At some point before the summer, I decided that I wanted to my social media to be intentional and not just a waste of time, because honestly I don't have time to waste. And it was suggested by several people that we change the name from Homekeeping Book to something else. And so honestly we prayed about it and thought about it and discussed names back and forth with each other, and we landed on Heritage Ways because honestly we've always enjoyed heritage and what it means. We've shared stories of family, ancestors. We've it's really important to us to leave a legacy and information of our ancestors to our future generations. We also like kind of pioneer ways and old ways of doing things. And I don't have enough time to tell you everything that's happened in our lives this year and all the decisions that were made and that the opportunities that God presented to us. But if you receive our Christmas newsletter or end of the year newsletter, or if we swap Christmas cards with y'all, then you will have all that information in that jam-packed newsletter of everything that's happened. But I do want to tell you about our intentionality of using social media. I despise Facebook, to be honest. I just said it. I really don't like it. But I use it now just to share content from one social media site to Facebook for those who prefer to look at Facebook instead of YouTube or what have you. The community at our Instagram account has just been awesome, and we have set a goal of meeting as many folks as we can, because our philosophy is, why follow them if we're not willing to meet them, or meet them in the park or go have coffee. That's part of being intentional with our social media accounts. And so we have already met, oh my goodness, we've met Elise in Oklahoma, and she's become a very dear friend of mine. This is from her, by the way. I burn that all the time and think of her. We have met Doug and Stacy in Missouri. We have met
from Off Grid with Doug and Stacy.
Right. We have met a friend not far from here, in a town not far from here. We've met other local friends around. We have one of our friends we haven't met yet in Arizona treated our son, who's in the service in the Army, treated him to a day out. We couldn't be there to do it because he's in Arizona and we're in Tennessee, but those friends did that for us. And so we really, really appreciate the community that has been built here with Heritage Ways, and that's what we're here today to do, is just to thank y'all so much for following us. And we are honestly humbled and honored that you would even take any interest in our little life here. We love sharing. We love showing hospitality. And honestly, this is a way that we can extend hospitality, and it can go outside of our doors. We feel like we can just share our lives with y'all, even if you can't come inside our home. And so lots of things are going to happen, Lord willing, and things we have no idea about, I'm sure. Lord only knows, for 2018. Some we have a lot of plans and a lot of ideas, but, the scripture tells us we can make plans, but it's the Lord who is in charge. He's the ultimate. We thank Him for the friendships we've made. We thank Him for the people we have met on Instagram, but we haven't physically met yet, that we hope to do, because that's our goal. So we just want to give a sincere thanks. I mean, we thank you for the Christmas cards we got this year. That some of y'all sent sweet little gifts, and even through the year, our children have received gifts from a couple of y'all. And we're not doing this for any monetary gain. We just want to share life, and we so appreciate y'all for walking life with us. So from the Heritage Ways family, all of us, there's Mr. Patient, Miss Katie, our oldest children. Oldest one is married, and he's in the service and living far away from us now. Our second son is getting married this coming year. Our third son is quite the entrepreneur and teaching his mama a lot of things, or at least he's trying, bless him. And then our littles, whom you probably see more often than the bigs. So that's John Boy and Little Miss Homemaker and Little Music Man. So from that whole big old family, we tell you Happy New Year, and thank you so much for walking life with us in 2017. We are humbled and honored.
So from Heritage Ways, we just want to say thank you for walking life with us in 2017. We're just a real family, being real, and we're not putting on airs. We just are who we are. And we appreciate you guys following us and walking life with us. And we look forward to a great 2018 and walking life with you and you walking life with us as well. None of us know what the Lord has in store for us for this next year, but as long as we're all walking it together, then it should be a great year.
Thanks,
See
y'all.
you later.
Happy New Year. And we really love and appreciate y'all. Stick with us and tell your friends.